In today's video, Hunter calls me boring.
Be able to do. So it's actually going to be fun with your friends. Connor, a big problem. It's not fun at all. That car is not fun.
I lie to myself. Mix of the new Toyota
Don't lie
Crown
to yourself, Connor.
and Camry.
Do not
No,
lie to
listen to me.
yourself.
And Brody says this.
It's like a cockroach, but minus all the bad features.
What does that even mean?
My friend Brody is a great guy, but he knows absolutely nothing about cars. So on a podcast with my friend Hunter, we tried to convince him which was the better car, a Toyota Prius or a Porsche Panamera. The result will surprise you.
Somewhere in the world, there exists, either in the past or in the present, a unicorn. A car that does everything. A car that is fast. A car that is practical. A car that gets decent gas mileage, given those things. And a car that checks every single box. So, Brody, I want you to tell me what your dream car is. It can be completely wild. It could be, oh, I wanted to have 500 horsepower and have my family sit in it. Something ridiculous. Just tell me, what are your checklist items?
So what I'm looking for in my dream car, well, of course, I don't want to be spending a fortune on it. I know someone that's got a $120,000 car. I think it's fantastic, but by God, if those seats are uncomfortable. Now, I also want something that it's pretty fast. I can get in the car with one of my friends and hit that gas pedal and go flying off into the sunset, and they'll be blown out of their minds. But I also want something that'll be nice and comfortable and smooth for when I'm traveling with some dogs and I hit a speed bump or something like that. I want the whole house.
You want a house? You want a mobile home?
No. Those are a mess. Those are a mess. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't know much about cars.
So,
those are bad.
I'm assuming you want good gas mileage?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
You guys better both not say Dodge Challenger because you know I want that car.
No.
Yeah, but that's a really impractical two-seater. Or
Yeah.
maybe they're four-seater, I don't remember.
It's four-seater.
Yeah, really? I didn't know that.
If I've done any research on a car, it's that one.
All right, Connor, you want to kick us off? Or you want me to? I don't care.
Yes. All right.
Go
So
All right, Connor.
here's my pick. Okay. It is the 2024 Toyota Prius. Let me explain.
choice.
Oh,
Yes, this may seem like a terrible choice, but I have a lot of things to hopefully back up this decision. So, one of the main problems I saw with the Toyota Prius in its previous generation is that the speedometer was in the middle of the car behind the infotainment system. In the 2024 Prius, that is no more. You can now look forward and you have a speedometer, which is normal, which is good. But also, the Toyota Prius starts at $27,000. I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of a mix of the new Toyota
Don't lie to
Crown
yourself, Connor.
and Camry.
Do not
No,
lie to
listen to me.
yourself.
Listen to me. And I also have a picture to back myself up. Hold up. Let me pull it up.
I'm looking at some pictures right now, and he's right. I do kind of like this design. It's very sleek, I'm noticing.
Yes, but
Yeah.
there is a specific one I want you to look at. This one.
It's almost...
Okay. Brody, you know,
Cockroach
Connor,
light?
that's not even fair. Dude, that's the GR Prius. That is a one-off car that does not exist for like customer
But
purchase.
you can make it, okay? You can mod it.
That is
But
true.
let me
That is
continue.
true.
Let me continue, okay? This car gets a whopping 57 miles per gallon, which means on one tank of gas, because of course this is also a hybrid system too, so you have a little bit of electric power, which hybrid systems are the best of both worlds. 57 miles per gallon, which means off of one tank you can do 588 miles, which is insane because you don't even need you don't even need to put that much gas in the tank. So it's not like you're gonna have a big massive heavy tank of gas in the back of your car. It's gonna be light and it's gonna be fuel efficient. All right, it has a 2-liter 4-cylinder, 150 horsepower, but with the combined with the electric engine, it gets 220 horsepower, or with the electric battery, I should say, which means with an all-wheel drive version, because the new Prius comes in an all-wheel drive model as well, which is good for safety and grip. All-wheel drive, it goes from 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds, which is pretty good. It's not crazy,
Very good.
but it'll give you a little punch, especially because it has 139 pound-feet of torque, so it's not even that much. But trust me, the Prius, I feel like it'll be a pretty good choice. And Toyotas hold their value, which means if you really want that Challenger down the road, you'll be able to sell the Prius for a decent amount to buy your Challenger.
You know me so well.
So,
Right.
all right, Brody. I'm gonna okay, and let's just set this straight. You're not gonna be buying a base Prius. You're gonna be buying an option Prius. Okay, you have a little bit of money. You're not broke. Okay, so let's say
Yes.
you're getting a Prius for around 35K. Is that a reasonable amount, Connor?
Yes, that is a
Okay,
reasonable amount.
great. So let me save you $2,000 real quick, Brody, and prescribe you the 2011 Porsche Panamera Turbo all-wheel drive. So
Ooh, okay.
this car has a 500 horsepower V8 engine that gets 20 miles per gallon. Not bad for a V8. So let me just make sure
Pretty
I'm
good.
checking off things on your list. It's budget. It's actually cheaper than the Prius. It's fast, very fun with friends. That car is going to do 0 to 60 in probably just about 4 seconds or a little bit under. That's twice as fast as the Prius. 3.5 seconds or so is what we're going to be able to do. So it's actually going to be fun with your friends. Connor, a big problem. It's not fun at all. That car is not fun. It is going to handle like a truck. This car is nice and comfy. It's actually a 5-seater. It is very practical. It actually has a hatchback. A common complaint with the 2024 Toyota Prius is that it has a very small trunk. You can't fit things. It's not practical. You probably couldn't fit a billiards cue in there. Yeah, that would stink, right? Because I don't know about you, but I'm always carrying my billiards cues around, so you fit that
Yeah,
right in your
okay,
Porsche
okay.
Panamera. It gets pretty good gas mileage given the fun with friends, right? We got to balance those two things. Of course, Brody, you could get an electric car if you wanted to really save money on gas, but you're not a total loser, and I understand that. You're a man of class. So you need to balance having fun and being fast with having good gas mileage. And I think that this Porsche engine does just that for you. So it's also a Porsche. It's going to handle amazing. It's going to be nice over the bumps. It's not a 911, right? It's not going to be super rough on your back. So it's a great car. And honestly, I think it's such a good car for you. If you want to spend a little more money, you can get it a little faster. You can get it to look even a little bit better. But all-wheel drive, good in the snow, German, gorgeous car.
One of my main criteria here is, well, the price. What makes you say the 2011? Because I did just look it up out of curiosity. There is newer models of it.
What makes this one so good? The newer ones don't have as much power unless you're wanting to pay a ridiculous price tag. And Brody, I understand you expressed that you do not want to pay $120,000 for a car. The problem with Porsche when you're not buying a 911 is they depreciate. They only depreciate to a certain amount. And this Panamera is going to hold its value right around $30,000. You're going to sell this car in however long, and you're going to maybe lose $1,000 or two. You're not going to be losing $80, $90, $100,000 like you would be if you bought a brand new one. I understand that you're a man who values his money and makes smart financial decisions. So purchasing a brand new Porsche is just not the right move.
That's understandable.
That's
I
it.
agree. I agree.
Toyota Prius here. Priuses don't usually get the best rap, especially because they're, you know what I mean.
But that's because people haven't seen the new 2024 Prius. It is
Haven't seen the new
truly
20.
a car of all time. It does have a JBL sound system. Personally,
Okay, bro, this is a Porsche. It's going to have a way
My
better
fa-
sound system. Don't even humor me.
okay, but
I'm noticing that none of you mentioned any BMWs or even Nissans. Is there like beef you
What
have
is the
against those
relation
guys?
between those two brands?
BMW
No, I'm
to
just-
Nissan.
Brody, the
I'm
reason that
just-
Connor and I didn't mention a BMW is because they're very unreliable cars.
Yeah.
Their engines are
Terribly
very, very
unreliable.
bad. They can't keep their bearings in these days. They're just not doing great as engines. My dad used to own a BMW, and it was in the shop every month. And Nissans are lamer.
Alright.
However, I did consider like a BMW 328D. It's a diesel hatchback BMW that gets like 50 or 60 miles per gallon because it's diesel. But then again, it sounds like a truck. So that's another car I considered. Anyway, decision time, baby.
Decision.
Hey,
Final
all right.
one.
Panarama.
Panamera. Panamera. Panamera.
Panera.
Panamera.
Panera. All right.
Panamera.
bread.
Panamera Turbo to be exact.
Yeah, Panera bread. All right.
Panera bread.
The Panera Turbo. It looks pretty nice. I gotta say, it goes fast. Very luxurious. Looking at the interior, it's got all those nice features I'm seeing. It's got cup holders, which we know, as previously mentioned, is very important.
It is, really is.
You said the speed was just short of 4 seconds to 60?
A little less than for sure, like 3.5 probably. It's a fast car. It's a Porsche. It's gonna be tuned to feel fast, no matter what.
The Toyota Prius 2024. I love the design of this a lot. It's like a cockroach, but minus all the bad features.
What does that even mean?
It looks sleek. It looks slim. It looks smooth. It looks like it does well. And then the interior, once again, it's got all that technology and stuff. We got some screens over here. And then, Connor, you did mention the speedometer being at the top this time around.
Yes.
I do like that. Honestly,
Yes.
this is a tough decision, but I have to go with the Prius.
Oh my god. Yo. Did not see that coming.
I'm sorry,
That's
Hunter.
not having your wife divorce you because you drive a terrible vehicle.
What exactly influenced my decision here?
I am
honestly-
curious, yeah.
The Porsche, it's a little bit old for me. Obviously, having used cars is probably better. But once again, I want something that's going to be new. And I know that the Prius is also pretty cheap. And Porsches have a bit of a reputation of having a larger price tag on them. At least I believe so.
Not in repairs. Porsches are like
Yeah.
the most
Repairs?
reliable. I accept that I lost, even though I shouldn't have. But Porsches like are known for being very reliable. Like
Alright.
honestly, like
They
if
are
you ask
extremely,
Connor,
yes.
if you ask Connor outside this competition, Porsche is the unicorn car. They
I
do
would
everything.
take a Porsche any day of the week. You know what
Wow.
I was talking with Hunter the other day about this, and I told him I was going to pick the Prius because I wanted to see how well I could sell a terrible car to you. How well I could sell a car.
So what is so bad about the
What?
2024 Prius?
It's a Prius. That's what's so bad about it.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You know, looking at the stats, it's genuinely a pretty good car. And
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it if I'm gonna go buy a car, I'm not gonna even look at a Prius. I'm gonna look at like a Porsche, or I'm gonna look at something cool, like an Aston Martin. Anyways, yeah, that's my take.
Anyway, everybody, thank you, Brody. First off, thank you for coming. We had a really good time having you on.
Yes,
We'll have to do this again. More debates, always a good time. And thank you for listening. As always, tell us what we can improve on. What parts were exciting, what parts were boring. And as always, I'm Hunter. And this has been The Car Show. See you next week.
Yes, bye bye.